Y'all, thank you so much for coming back. And this is my day. So of course we're having issues with Streamlabs. And good morning, everybody. By the way, thanks for joining me today. So we're having issues with Streamlabs, and then just as I go live, I see this, like, really, like, this is the omen for my day. So yeah, so things are just kind of, they're really just hell in a handbasket today for sure. That apparently is that is the theme for today's show. And it all started this morning. I just realized I left the door open. Hang on 1 second. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. I apologize for the delay. I can't even right now. I can't even tell you right now. Normally we had breakfast with our kids this morning, so we were supposed to start at 30 minutes late. But hopefully everything is working now. Good morning. Welcome back. We are going to be working on our Tiffany project, which is how I think my bad day started, because I came in here right after breakfast and I grabbed my bin for the stuff that we're going to set up, and I set up the machine and I got it all laid out and I got it all ready to go. And then my alarm went off on my phone to let me know that the stream was starting soon, and it said, stream starting soon, Tiffany. I pulled out Resilient. So I had to tear it all out, put it back in the bin, pull the right one out, set that up, and then the Streamlabs stuff, and it's just, give me a minute. And then I saw the piece of hair, and I'm like, you know what, we're gonna roll with it, because it's just been one of those mornings, so give me a minute. Oh my goodness, it's just... Have you ever had one of those days? That's how my day is going today. Well, hopefully things turn out better, and hopefully all of the craziness is over with, and we can get back to what we're going to be doing today. Today we're going to be working on Tiffany, not Resilient. We're going to be finishing up with that. This one's going to go together pretty quickly. Last time we were together, we started to put together some of the rows already as it was. I've got those laid out here, and I've got the rest of the pieces here for the last 2 rows that we need for the longer pieces, and then we've got the shorter ones to put together, and then we just sew all the rows up together. So it's going to go together pretty quickly. 1, maybe 2 more episodes, and that's going to be it for this one, but that's okay, because we've got a lot more in the queue. Tons of projects coming up, lots of fun things happening. You can see a bunch of stuff laid out on my board. Those are all things that we're going to be working on here in the next few weeks. So I'm really excited about those things. So much happening today. So welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for putting up with me and all my craziness this morning. I don't know what's happening, but welcome. There were some people in chat on our previous live stream that had been there since 8 o'clock this morning. And I am like, oh my goodness, that's 3 hours before our stream started. So thank you so much to each and every one of those. I think Linda was the very first person in chat, and then Brat46 was there as well. So thank you to them for hanging out and waiting for us. We truly appreciate it. Breakfast with our kids this morning went great. We were missing one of our children, but that's because they were up really, really late last night at a football game. And so they couldn't make it this morning. That's okay. It happens. But we had a great time. We do a live stream virtual breakfast with our kids once a month on the first Sunday of every month, because all of our kids are in college. Well, some of them have actually graduated. We have 5 girls between the ages of, let me make sure I get this right, 19 and 23. 2 sets of twins, and then a 5th one, I guess, if you will. We don't want to call her the oddball, because she's not the oddball, but she's the baby of the family. She's the 5th one. And so we have lots and lots of fun. We have boyfriends and fiancés that have now been included in breakfast. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great way for us all to reconnect for a few minutes, once a month, just to kind of make sure that we're still keeping those relationships healthy. So thank you to all of them for joining us this morning. Mr. Wizard and I really appreciate it. I don't think any of them are watching right now except for Lucas, but that's okay. We had a great time. Breakfast was awesome. We had good food, lots of good company, lots of fun stories, things like that. So it was great. Let me hop into chat, say hello to everybody there. I know there's quite a few people already in there, and I saw a couple of new names, so that's great. Welcome to all of our new subscribers. We had about 10 new subscribers this week, which is awesome. That's a pretty big jump for the channel. Our channel grows pretty slowly, and I like it to try and grow naturally. I don't like to try and push it too hard. So it's 10 subscribers in 1 week is huge for our channel. So welcome to all of our new subscribers. If you are a new subscriber, please make sure you say hello in chat so we can make sure to formally say hello to you. We love to welcome all of our new faces. One of the other new things I wanted to point out before I hop in chat is we have opened up memberships. That is something that I actually just did that yesterday. So it's still kind of new for me. So I'm still kind of working out the kinks a little bit. But we have opened up new memberships on the channel. There's a button down there at the bottom that says join. If you click that button, it'll give you 3 different options. I've done 3 different layers for you guys to choose from. The first one is the Thumbelina layer, which is very inexpensive. It's $1.99 a month, which basically is just you want to give a routine donation to the channel. It also includes you in my scrap busting group, which I will guarantee you at least 1, maybe 2 shipments a year of scraps. I actually have, you guys can barely see it, but just off camera here, there's 3 little boxes, and those are going to be going out this week. So that's my scrap busters. You don't have to be part of that group if you're not into scraps. That's fine. You just let me know when you sign up that you don't want to be part of that group, and that's fine. The second level is a little bit more expensive. I think it's $5.99 or $4.99 a month. That one is our scrap busters, our scrap buster group, and that one you're going to be part of the scrap busters, and you're part of something else. I don't remember. I just set them up yesterday. You'd think I'd know this by now. And then the third one, oh, we got a new member already. Agnes, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the Fat Quarter Club. Yes, Fat Quarter Club. That's what the name of it is. Thank you for that. Fat Quarter Club. So basically, you become a member of the Fat Quarter Club, and every 3 months, I will send you 3 fat quarters from my stash. Whoever is part of that group, you're also part of the Scrap Busters group. If you choose, that is completely up to you. But for, I think it's $4.99 or $5.99 a month, you'll be part of the Fat Quarter Club, so you get a free fat quarter. 3 fat quarters from me every quarter. So that'll be fun. And then the third one is called the Experts Group, and that one is basically an all-encompassing group. It includes you into everything, and also it includes a bonus quarterly Zoom call with me, not recorded. It will be completely unrecorded Zoom call with me and a special guest or more. You just never know. And we're going to be doing that once a month. So I have not set any of that up yet. We're going to wait to see how many members kind of show up first before we go. But that is the idea behind those 3 groups. Welcome, Agnes, to the group. Make sure you email me with your mailing address so that I can get you on that list. And that one will start. We'll do the first one probably in October, because that'll be the first for the quarter. So good luck to you for that. All right. So that is, again, none of that is required. It is completely optional for you. You can sign up if you want. You don't have to. The channel is always 100% free. It will always stay 100% free. These are just additional ways for us to add a little bit of revenue into the channel so that we can fund more projects. So every single dollar that goes into the channel stays within the channel. It stays within these projects. So if you're interested. Also, we always have merch. If you guys are interested in coffee mug, t-shirts, drawstring bags, all kinds of stuff, you can do ! merch in chat. You can check that out as well. And then, of course, if you just want to give a monetary donation, you can do ! tip, which is through PayPal. So all those options are available to you. I promise you, this channel is not about making money, so I'm not going to, push on that for you. I just like to say it at the beginning. And because the membership thing is brand new, I wanted to at least get that out there for you. So welcome all of our new members, if we have any. Agnes obviously is one. And welcome anybody else that's interested. All right. Now that that's all done, I promise I won't be asking about that anymore. All right, let me pop into chat, say hello to everybody else in chat. I know I said hello to Linda and Brat46 already, so good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know I saw Terry. My moderators, Terry, Kathy, and Lucas are all in there. Lucas is in the house. And ladies, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to have to get some special shout-outs for you. I have to come up with something. But Kathy, Terry, thank you so much for being here. A question came up about the Heist and the Slots Machines games. Those are through Streamlabs, and Streamlab only connects to the channel after it has gone live. So once you guys see the countdown on the screen, that's when the actual Heist and and such is live. Same thing with my premiere videos. When the countdown starts to go up, that's when the premiere is available, and that's also when Streamlabs is connected. So you can get to your slots and your heist games then. Thimbles roll over. We still have the Thimble Redemption program. That is not going away. So if you want to redeem your thimbles in for Fat Quarters or Notions or what have you, you can absolutely do that. That is not going away. At least anytime soon. We like that program. It seems to be working out really well for everybody. Everybody seems to be really enjoying it. So we're going to keep that around for a while as well. All right. Have I talked enough yet? Judy, good morning. Thanks so much. Slick Stitches, thanks so much. Slick, you had mentioned last weekend about testing a pattern. I'm not usually a pattern tester. It's not really something I'm good at. But I'm absolutely happy to look at it for you if you want to email it to me. You said you had emailed it to me last week, but I didn't get anything. So maybe you had the email address wrong. So if you want to check that out, you can. You do !email and chat. It'll give you a link to it. Lorraine, good morning. Thanks so much for joining me. Hi, Melina. Good morning. Thanks so much for being here today. Annabella, good morning. I love your name. It's so pretty. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. Fern, good morning. Great to see you again. It's always good to see you. Welcome back. Patty, hello. Hi, how are you? I hope you're well. Gladys, good morning. Welcome back. Susan, hello. Susan, good luck to you. Susan's got a couple of quilts at the fair. I think she said today was the last day or second to the last day for the fair. So good luck to her. She's got quite a few quilts that she's entered in. Hopefully she wins something. We're all excited. We're all rooting for you. Sorry, going through chat real quick, see if I missed anybody. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. Happy Labor Day to you as well. Labor Day, for those of you here in the States, Labor Day is tomorrow, so some of us have the day off of work. I will be back in here working on some channel stuff. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your day off. A bunch of cookouts. I know a lot of people look at Labor Day as like the last unofficial day of summer. People are, taking their winterizing their campers and pulling their boats out of the water and closing their pools and things like that. It's basically the last hurrah of summer before the cooler season starts to come in. So I hope you guys are going to have fun and enjoy it. I know Mr. Wizard and I are going to be making some burgers just for he and I. We're not doing anything fancy. But he's got some burgers that he's going to be making, so that's going to be exciting. I always love it when Mr. Wizard makes the burgers. They're so good. He makes really good burgers. Really, really good ones. Sorry, still scrolling through chat to see if I missed anybody. Oh, look at that. Agnes has got the little... That's so cute. So cool. Thanks for that. Let's see. What else have I got here? Let's see. Good morning, Sylvia. Thank you so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. Labor Day is also in Canada. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware, so that's good to know. Sorry, I'm just reading through chat. My apologies, guys. Oh, Susan says she won blue ribbons at the county fair on her quilts. Now anxious to see how the two she entered for the state fair do. Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, congratulations on the blue ribbons. That's really exciting. Terry says she doesn't close the pool for another month. Well, that's good. Yep, see, we have public pools, and you remember Lucas and Tony both worked for the park districts, and they work for the public pools, and they closed both of those, like, as soon as school starts, which I thought was really weird. Like, why wouldn't you keep them open for an extra month? But whatever. But they closed those at the end of July, which I thought was really strange. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anything. Hi, Naomi. Good morning. I did miss you, so sorry about that. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I hate it when I miss people. So if I did not say hello to you or I did not call out your name, please make sure that you... $2.99 a month. Sorry. Thank you, Terry. Please make sure that you say something so that I can officially join you to the channel. Thank you. Officially welcome you to the channel. All right. I think that's everybody... hopefully... Oh, the pool is heated. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Alright. Hi, Katie. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. Alright. Let's get started with our project for today. I put the correct thread back in the machine. Because like I was telling you guys this morning, I accidentally set up for the wrong project this morning. my brain is fried. I don't know, like, I got a decent amount of sleep. I don't understand what's happening, but, like, my brain is just completely fried. So it's a good thing that we're not working on anything too difficult. We are working on our Tiffany project today. This is what the pattern looks like. We are using Michael Miller's marble jelly roll. It's in rainbow colors. So that's what you guys are seeing here. So the rainbow colors. The colors kind of are weird on the screen today, but it's rainbow colors, all kinds of bright, bold rainbow colors within the marble pattern. So that's what we are working with. It's just one single jelly roll. So if you've got a jelly roll laying around at home, you can absolutely use this. Do this project pretty quickly and easily. I didn't give you guys the final cutting instructions, but it's really not hard. Like we sewed up 3 strip sets and then 2 strip sets and then cut them, one smaller than the other, one bigger than the other, and then we're going to sew them all back together. That's it. That's really pretty easy to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. I want you guys to tell me, how are things going with you? How is your weekend so far? Is everyone's projects coming along? Lots of pink there. I'm going to grab this one instead. How are everybody's projects coming along? Don't forget to post pictures of those on Facebook. Our Facebook group is there for everybody to sign in, to share their stuff with. I have the wrong foot on here. I told you guys, I was completely set up for Resilient, and that's next week. Next weekend, I'm pretty sure that he's announced it. So next weekend, you guys are going to want to check out Sean's channel on Saturday morning. If you do !Sean, S-E-A-N, in chat, it'll give you a link. You're going to want to check out his channel Saturday morning because I'm going to be joining him live on his channel. We're going to be putting together Clue 2 of our Wild West PMQ. I think he's already put part of his together already as part of a thing for the ambassador for Cotton Cuts. But I'm going to be putting mine together with him live on his channel next Saturday, 7 a.m. Central Time. Boy, is that early. But it's a good thing I like him because that's really early for me. So it'll be a lot of fun. And then we will be back with Lucas in 2 weeks, I think. I'm going to have to check the schedule to make sure. But in 2 weeks, we'll be back with Lucas on our Wild West Wednesday live stream where we will be putting together his Clue 2 with him. So that's a lot of fun. And then, of course, we'll have our next After Dark edition, which I think our After Dark edition is pushed way out in September. It is at the end of the month of September because we've just got a lot going on through the weekends. So we actually had to push that one out a bit. So lots and lots of fun times. Busy working the fair. Yeah. Hi, Denise. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. All right. So, where did my foot pedal go? I swept and mopped the floor in here. It's so nice to be able to just mop the floor, like just swish a mop around as opposed to having to pull out the vacuum and stuff. So Mr. Wizard and I cleaned the floors this weekend. That was the first time that we've really done that since we put the new flooring in. So much easier without the carpeting. Oh my goodness, so much easier. So much easier. Lucas is giving away thimbles, so if you are new to the channel and you do not have any thimbles or have not been given your introductory amount of thimbles, make sure that you tag him in chat. You can do the A with the circle around it, that's the @ symbol, and then type in his name and he will make sure to get them for you. He is helping out this morning. Thank you very much for that, Lucas. I can't say he's the best moderator in the world anymore because now we have 3 moderators on the channel. But I'll say he's one of the best. He's definitely one of the best. I can't play favorites. All of my moderators are awesome. I'm so grateful to all of them. All right. We're just going to be sewing up pieces here. We're just taking random pieces and sewing them up together. We're not really doing anything with rhyme or reason wise. I'm just kind of grabbing ones that aren't the same. We need to put 8 pieces together for 1 row. So maybe it was a good thing that we decided to do this project today instead of Resilient. Resilient, it's not a difficult project to do. It's just, it's very detailed. And so today is probably not the day for details. Today was probably the day to just be sewing strips up together. Oh, you little bastard. Alright. Where is my purple thing? Where are you? Uh-oh. It is around here somewhere. Well, that's interesting. I seem to have misplaced my purple thing. Well, I guess I will use my seam ripper. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, no, it's not in here. I don't know where it's at the moment, but it'll show up somewhere. Let's see. I need to invest in a stiletto. I've heard that those are really nice, and I just don't have one, so I should probably invest in one. I can use my seam ripper as a stiletto, but it doesn't work quite the same. I don't know where mine went. You know, it's probably... Oh, you know what? It is. It's on the floor. Hang on. Let me... I'm going to go downstairs to get it. I'll be right back. I knew it was here somewhere. Here it is. On the ground. All right. Susan says, after losing all of her thumbnails, after losing all of her thimbles, she's going to try and build them up again. I can understand that. Miss Lucas is happy to give them away. The last thing we want is for anybody to run out. So if you are low and you don't have any, he can hook you up. You can use chopsticks. Yeah, I didn't even think about chopsticks. And I'm totally doing this like the wrong way. Like I should be doing these in doubles and then putting all the doubles together. What I'm thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do that. Put all the doubles together. It's like I'm not even thinking today. Like my brain is just completely shut off. I don't know why. I had a good breakfast. I slept well. I had caffeine. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Yeah, guys, ever had one of those days where... Yes, I have a purple thing. Yes, I have one. Yep. Actually, I have multiple colored ones. If you guys are redeeming your thimbles in for free notions, you might actually get one. Because I have them in my notion bin. They're multiple colors, not just purple, but these are all plastic. I was thinking about getting a metal stiletto. I was considering it. You know, it's just like everything, it has its uses. Sometimes I just, as you guys saw, I just use my seam ripper. That works just fine sometimes. Just depends on what you're doing. But I do prefer the purple thing. I keep the purple ones for myself. I buy a kit of like 6 or 8 of them. I keep the purple ones for myself and I give away all the rest of them. I'm a stinker like that. All right. So Agnes, if you have not already, please email me with your mailing address so that I can add you to my list. That way I don't have to bug you every month. And you'll expect to receive your new fat quarter bundle, which is 3 fat quarters every quarter as part of the Fat Quarter Club. And then if you're interested in becoming part of the scrap busting club as well, because you are eligible for it, just make sure that you, when you email me, you tell me, add me to your scrap busting club, and I will add you to that. You're guaranteed at least one package a year, but maybe more than that. It just depends on how many projects we work on and how many scraps we end up with for those projects. My first set of scrap busting packages is going out this week. I have 3 in that club already. Some people aren't interested in scraps, and that's why that particular perk is optional. It's not a requirement. I mean, obviously, all of them are optional if you don't send me your mailing address, but that one is particularly optional because I know some people just aren't into scraps, and that's okay. I'm not either. That's why I give mine away. Hopefully Streamlabs will be nicer. I don't know. They haven't been very nice lately. Terry says she's been working on a quilt called Mini Petals by RK Donna Jordan, and it's a free pattern. Ooh. I can't say that I've seen that one before. I'll have to check that out. I have to be honest and say I've not watched the Jordan Fabrics, Donna Jordan of Jordan Fabrics. I've not watched her channel, and I can't tell you how long. It has been a long time. I think because I've just had so many of my own projects going that I really haven't needed the inspiration lately. We just have so many projects going right now. So many. In fact, it just dawned on me yesterday that it's almost Halloween, and I have a Halloween table runner I need to start and finish. So that'll be something I'll probably be working on tomorrow. Terry says she's got to take off in a few minutes. No problem, Terry. We understand. We appreciate you hanging out with us and being part of the channel. Thanks so much for that. Just a reminder for those of you who don't already know, we do have a new video series on the channel called Floral States of America. It is a, sorry, just trying to make sure I'm doing this right. Floral States of America. It is a different fabric. It's a different block and different fabric piece for each state of the United States, and we do a little bit of a fun facts about that particular state while we're doing the video. Each video is less than 10 minutes long, so they're super short, quick and easy videos. And I've been really loving the series myself because I've been learning so much about our states, and just the fun little things about them have just been a lot of fun to learn about. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you check that out. One of these days I will find one that actually works. There we go. That worked. So that's a lot of fun. That's something you're interested in. Last week we were introduced to Connecticut. This week we will be introduced to I think it's Massachusetts. It's either Massachusetts or Maryland. I know those are the 2 videos I recorded. I just don't remember which one comes up first. But who knew that the first phone book was created in Massachusetts? Or, I'm sorry, in Connecticut. Like, who knew that, right? Like, that's not something I would have known. And the first speed limit laws were developed and enforced there as well. It's kind of interesting. 12 miles an hour. Like, I don't even think my car goes 12 miles an hour. Like, I guess it could if, like, I don't hold the gas pedal, like, at all and just let it coast. It might go 12. But yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. I think our lawnmowers go faster than 12 miles an hour now. Mr. Wizard, when I told Mr. Wizard about that, he goes, I think I walk faster than 12 miles an hour. Like, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. All right, there's another row up done. Done up. We'll add that to the pile. And we're going to this one here. Fern says she saw Massachusetts. Well, thank you for watching, Ferna. We appreciate that. This one's... Was it Massachusetts or was it Connecticut? I'm gonna have to look now because it might have been, you might be right, it might have been Massachusetts and I'm confusing it with Connecticut. Washington State. Well, Susan, I can tell you that the states are basically being given to us in the order in which they were, they entered into the Union or adopted the Constitution. So I'm thinking Washington might be a little while. It appears that all the northeastern colony states are coming up first. Which makes sense, you know, they were one of the original colonies. They were the original 13 colonies, so it makes sense that they would be first. Yep, will be a while, yep. Yeah, it might be a hot minute before we see that one. That's okay, though. This one is not going to go together well, is it? Nope, all these pieces are the same direction. Oh well, it is what it is. Just have to kind of hold on to it, I guess. We have 2 projects that are currently at my long arm. Those should be coming back here shortly. She just messaged me this week to ask me some specifics about them. Not ask, but confirm some specifics about them. So we should be seeing those coming up here soon. That was the Tropics project that we finished earlier in the year. And then it was a Tower Bridge project that we started... Lord, probably the first year the channel was up. It's been sitting in my bins for a long time, and I finally got to a point where I'm like, okay, we need to do something with this. And the hiccups again. So that one went to the long arm as well, and then I've got Home Sweet Home is all packaged and ready to go, so I'll be dropping that one off when I pick up the other 2. And then, of course, our Tree of Life is going to be coming up here soon. We got a couple more months left of that one. This one here, Tiffany, is going to be really quick on the channel. I'm going to have to get some... I don't have a backing fabric for it yet. Got to figure out what I want to do with regards to a backing fabric for it. What size quilts do I make? It just depends on the pattern. I make all kinds of different sizes. They're usually at least a throw size. I don't do a lot of wall hangings, at least right now. That might be something that I'll get into later on, but at least right now I don't do any wall hangings. It's usually a throw, a full queen. I won't do king size anymore. I've done 1 king size quilt and I'll never do another one. But it really just depends on the size of the quilt, but they're usually full size or table runners. I do a ton of table runners. I love table runners because I can actually do those on my home machine. I don't have to send those to a long arm, so I love doing those as well. Chloe, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. I didn't see you pop in there. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She said this weekend is pretty good. I bought an easy and fun pattern, Little Diana by GE Designs, using a charm pack to make a table runner. Ooh, Chloe, that sounds like fun. Lucas, if you can write that one down for me, I have a bunch of charm packs that I'm looking for patterns on, so that sounds like a fun one. Susan says, well, Danny, time to head out for the fair, 4th day. Hope everyone has a great Labor Day tomorrow. You too, Susan. Good luck to you. We hope everything goes well. I know she won some blue ribbons already, so hopefully. Some viewers are wondering what size scraps you have. Oh, honey, they range. Oh, my gosh. They're all kinds of different sizes. I have anything. The smallest I have is 1 inch by 1 inch. That is the absolute smallest that I will hang on to, and even that is a little small. It's usually more like 2 inch by 2 inch. And then they can range to full-size yardages. I don't have them cut up in any way, shape, or form. I don't have them organized in any way, shape, or form. I literally just stuff them into plastic bags and send them off. So it's going to be a random assortment of what you get if you're part of the scrap busting club. It's going to be random. I think these boxes here, I did put some big pieces of yardage in there, and then I put some pieces that may have already been put together, like some triangles that I had, some leftover triangles, some leftover squares, things like that are in these boxes. So I don't really have a specific size for my scraps. It really just depends on the project. Sometimes they're big triangle pieces, sometimes they're little bitty squares, but I try and keep anything that's over 1 inch, 1 inch by 1 inch, I keep, and I stuff in a plastic container, a plastic Ziploc, and then I stuff in the drawer, and then that will actually make its way to the scrap busting club. So good question. I don't really have a really good answer for that, though. Thanks, Lucas, for tagging me in that. Okay. All right, so we've done all of our longer pieces. So these are our longer pieces. Now we're going to put together our shorter pieces. These were actually, I take that back. They're all the same size. So these are just the 2-piece ones. So there's a three strip sets and then 2 strip sets. So we put our 3 strip sets together. Now we're going to put our 2 strip sets together. And I'm just going to go ahead and sew all these pieces up in doubles. That way that way this goes together a little bit faster. So we're just gonna sew up a bunch of doubles. I'm trying to be random about it. I'm not really laying anything out. I'm not really looking too much at anything. I'm just kind of trying to be a little bit random about it and putting these pieces together. Different colors together though. So like these 2 here, we'll put these 2 together. I like things to be kind of scrappy and random. Don't get me wrong, a good, organized pattern make beautiful projects. But stuff like this, it's supposed to be kind of scrappy and random, so I prefer to keep it that way. And eventually I will have a design board somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be one of those pop-up ones or if I'll have it on this wall here. I haven't really decided yet. But eventually we will have a design wall or design board that we can kind of work with. I'm still kind of planning out the sewing space here. That's why nothing is on the walls yet. I'm still kind of planning it out a little bit. I know Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl are kind of chomping at the bit to fill these walls up. And I'm all for their suggestions and recommendations. And for their assistance, I'm all for it. What are those? Hang on. Oh, these go on the ends. Okay, I'm like, what are those up for? Okay, I got it now. Gotcha. I'm following along now. La 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 la. I'm actually gonna flip over my screen here. Give me just a second here, guys. Just gonna flip it over because if I look at this one, makes it a little bit easier for me to see things. go. That's a little bit better. I can adjust the size of that particular screen as opposed to the other one, so... So these littler pieces go on the ends of this particular, of this size. So you put them all together, you put 7 of these, and then you put one on either end to make a total of 9. So these must be a little bit shorter. Hold on, guys. Yeah. I'm not sure I understand this. Oh, I think... Never mind. I think I do. I'm getting it now. Took me a minute, but I'm getting it now. The 2 smaller pieces on each end will offset this row so that it doesn't meet up exactly with the other rows. And because the 2 smaller pieces are half the size of this one, when you put the whole thing together, it just kind of shifts it out. But it took me a minute to get... Ooh, Slitch Sticks wants to know if I could be an animal, fiction or non, what animal would I be and why? Ooh, wow, that's an excellent question. I have never been asked that question before, and that's... Ooh. You know, part of me thinks a dragon, honestly. But I would be a nice dragon, like not a mean dragon, although, let's face it, we would all have our days, you know? I think I would be a dragon. I really like, I've always been fascinated with the mystical creature of it. Like, I don't collect it or anything like that, but I think I would be a dragon. I really do. Like, that's the first thing that popped into my head when I thought about it. Like, I would be a dragon. Yeah, totally be a dragon. I'd probably be like a purple dragon with like pretty wings. You know, breathe fire, you know. Cook my meals much faster. Although I would have to worry about people coming to slay me. That would be kind of bad. That's why I'd be a nice dragon, so then people wouldn't want to hurt me. Yeah, a dragon. Definitely a dragon. Katie says, I'm a dragon! That's an excellent question. I want to know what everybody else's answers are. Tell us in chat, what are your answers? That's a fantastic question. But yeah, I would definitely be a dragon. 100%. %. I mean, like, unicorns are cool too, but I like the idea of a dragon. Unicorn. Yeah, some people, it's an eagle. Eagle's a good one, Fern. Yeah, I like the eagle, yeah. I am a dragon, she says. She says she's her horde. That's awesome, Katie. I love that. Schlick Stitches says she'd be a unicorn. They're cool too. They're neat. I would like that. They would be neat too. But I like the idea of being able to fly. I mean, unicorns can fly too. You know, obviously they can. But yeah, I really like the idea of being a dragon. That would be fun, I think. That's an excellent question. Panda bear. That's a good one too. Yeah. Dawn says a deer. Seclusion, eat plenty of grass and water, and live in the Midwest. There you go. That could work too. you'd have to be weary of those damn hunters, you know, but that's alright. I think that would be the case no matter what animal, I think. Mr. Wizard has mentioned before that he wants to be reincarnated as one of those designer dogs that you see in Korea and in Japan because of the amount of attention and pampering that they receive. That's why he said he wants to be. I'm like, I don't know about that. Lucas is a Giffen. That's a good one too. Polar bear and sleep all winter. I mean, that does sound appealing. That does sound appealing. Hibernating does sound appealing. But you know, polar bears, they're in the cold climate all the time, right? So like, wouldn't they be sleeping during the summer months? Yes, Dawn. Yes, a Paris Hilton designer dog. That is exactly what Mr. Wizard has said before. Yes, that's what he wants to be reincarnated as a designer dog. Yep. Yep. We've watched these YouTube videos where they have, you know, they go to the groomers and they get these massages and these bubble baths and yeah, he's that's what he wants. That's exactly what he wants. Panda bear, that could be fun. Panda bears are adorable, fluffy and cuddly. Although I'm told that panda bears that actually aren't very, the wild panda bears are not very nice creatures. They're actually kind of aggressive and mean. But they look cute and cuddly, and that's why they say to stay away from them, because although they look cute and cuddly, they really aren't. Just sewing up these pieces. I'm just doing 2 at a time here. It'll go faster. I'm supposed to sew up 7 of them, which is a little of a weird number. Hang on. Supposed to sew up 7, and you make 8 rows. So 7. So I need 8 pieces that are random. So 2, 4, 5. 6, 7. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to grab those for now. Alright. Let me keep these. These will be my 7 pieces. Alright. Let me pull these apart. It's a total of 8 rows. Each row includes 7 of these pieces and then 2 of these smaller ones. So 1 on either side, and that kind of offsets the pieces. So I just want to make sure. So we've got 4, 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm just going to put these rows together real quick. 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. So that's 3 rows. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh, am I missing pieces? Two, 4, 6, 7. That's 7 of those. And I'm supposed to make 6 rows. Oh, sorry, 6 rows. So there's 6 rows of that one, and there's 6 of these. So, okay, so wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more piece. Alright, I think I miscounted something. So let's put these together and see if we can figure this out. I think I might have miscounted. Let's see. Make sure that I have enough here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's 6 of those. Okay. I might have just miscounted these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 2 here, so I might have extra pieces of this, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That's an excellent question. I'm still kind of stuck on the dragon thing. That was a great question. It's not a question I've ever been asked before, and that's a good one. I really liked that one. So there's 3. 4. Man, this is going together really, really quickly. This one goes together fast. So all you need is a single jelly roll. Sew up 8 random strip sets of 3 and 8 random strip sets of 2. And then you're going to subcut those into smaller pieces, 2 sets of pieces. Actually, 3 sets of pieces. And then you just put the rows together, and that's it. That is it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. And then I need 2 of these. I don't like that one. One on either end. Dropped it on the floor. Okay. Dawn says, I started watching The Mill on Amazon. Goes back to the 1700s, England, and the labor movement. Great show. Have read books about old textile mills, 14-hour days for children working. I've read similar things like that. It's just unbelievable that things like that were happening. Sounds like a good show. Sounds like you recommend it. Others will have to check that out. Mr. Wizard and I have been rewatching Once Upon a Time. It was a show that was out a few years back. It was a series. Mr. Wizard and I have been watching that. I don't remember which service it's on at the moment. If I remember, it'll come to me. There we go. 1 row done. Well, we've been rewatching that series. I've never seen it. Mr. Wizard has. So we're... And the Twisters movie is available on Amazon Prime for renting and for purchasing. I highly recommend it. Twister, the original, is one of my absolute favorite movies ever. And I really thought that they did a good job with the sequel. And I wouldn't even go as far as to say it's a sequel. It's kind of like a reboot, if you will. I thought they did a fantastic job of respecting the original and making that, and not trying to add to it, not trying to pick up where it left off or anything like that. It's, you know, the same basics, principle of a story, a lot of the same highlights, but rebooted. And I thought they did a great job. I truly enjoyed it, and I'm a huge fan of the original. Like, I've memorized the entire thing. But it's available on Amazon Prime if you're interested in renting it or buying it. I bought that movie. I've already watched it 3 or 4 times already. Brad46 says, hubby grew up in New England, talks about the history of 6-year-olds in the fishery, like shucking clams. As soon as child could use a shucking knife, they were considered old enough to work. Oh, wow. It's hard to believe that things like that happened, but they did. This one now. Well, I think that, you know, children that live on a farm, it's very similar. You know, they start them working on a farm very young as well. Wood, flint, and hunting bow. What did I miss? Makes you appreciate the childhood you had. Ain't that the truth, Fern? That is absolutely the truth, 100%. All right, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I don't know what I did. I did something wrong here, so we're gonna have to wait and see. I think I've got extra pieces or something. We'll see. We'll see. I did something because I'm not having enough pieces here. So if I sew fast enough, we could probably get this quilt top done today. Wouldn't that be crazy? This could basically be a weekend project for anyone else. For me, it would be, you know, obviously a few hours, but for anybody else, it could be a weekend project. Dora the Explorer has everything in the backpack. That's funny. Dora the Explorer. Wood, flint, and hunting bow. Oh, if you were stranded on your own island, what 3 items would you bring with you? Oh, I missed that. That's what the question was. Okay. Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Dawn. Yeah. Yep. Great questions today. Lots of thinking questions that are not sewing related, but they're still just as fun. Really like that. Good job. Keeping chatting. That's awesome. Smallpox, yeah. That makes sense. Smallpox was rampant. Mm-hmm. It was a whole different type of pandemic back then. Looks like Fern's trying to start a heist, so if you want to get in on that, you can do that. Do exclamation point heist space and then the amount of thimbles you're willing to risk. You can only risk the amount up to the amount you have. So 2. Oh, look at that place. 3. Yeah, so I have 2 pieces here. 2 pieces here. 2 pieces there, and I only have 3 here, or 4 here. So I'm missing a row, basically. Interesting. We didn't have any really scraps from this particular project. We had used almost everything up. I don't have anything that I held on to for this one, so I have to assume that we used just about everything. I'm guessing we're just going to be a row short. That's okay, though. Quilt's already long enough. It's fine. That's fine. This one on here. Good song. Okay, can you guys hear it bopping? It's a nice boppy song. I like boppy songs. I like songs that I can move to. I don't sit still in my chair very well. I kind of move around a lot in my chair. I like songs that make me bop and move around. Wiggle, if you will. Don't forget how much work it would take for the bath, hauling, paying for wood or coal, carrying the water. Yeah, good. All very valid points. Very valid points. Very valid. face, hands, and neck. Another one. Yep, they all use the same vessel of water. Uh-huh, yeah. They all share bath water. My grandma grew up on a farm where they had to pump the water, and so they would do the same thing. Because they had to pump the water from the well, they would all share the bath water. In the wintertime, it would have to be warmed up on the stove. Well, in the summertime it would already be warm, but wintertime it would have to be warmed up on the stove first. Which is why in my great-grandmother's house, the bathroom was actually right off the kitchen. It was basically in the middle of the kitchen, off one wall. And then the living room was next to that, so that they didn't have to travel very far with the warm water. It's really close to the stove. Don't throw out the baby with the bath water. Hi, Jean. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us. Joining in on the conversation. We appreciate that. Uh-oh. Hi, Carrie. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you. See you popping in, too. I know a lot of people like to lurk, and that is perfectly okay. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I like to know, when you guys come in to chat and at least say hello, just so that I know you're here. I like to address people by name and thank them personally for being here. I know there are a lot of people that prefer to lurk and they don't want to be in chat, and that's 100% okay. Nothing wrong with that at all. I appreciate you being here. No matter how you're here. That said, we needed to make 6 rows, but I only had enough to make 5, so I'm not really sure what happened there. I've got some extra pieces, so I've got 2 end pieces, and I only have 2 of these, so I have 4 of these. I'm missing 2 more strips, so I don't know what happened, but I'm missing them, so I don't know if maybe they'll show up later or what. So for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and stick these in our bin as scraps. I've got my bin over here just off camera, so I'm going to stick those in the bin as scraps. And now we're going to start to put our rows together. Now we've got a little bit of time left. We're going to go till 1 o'clock today. Since we started a little bit later, we will end a little bit later. If you got to take off someplace else, I completely understand. I get it. A lot of people got a lot of things to do. I understand. Alright, so let's grab the smaller ones. So now the idea is that because we have more bigger rows than we have smaller ones, we're going to go ahead and start with a bigger row. So I'm going to go just grab a row here. This is our top row, and we're going to sew a bottom row to it. Now because the seams are not going to line up, that makes our lives a little bit easier. We don't have to worry about any matching seams. We can just go ahead and sew everything up together. I normally would press the seams before I sew, but I'm not going to bother this time. We're not in any hurry or anything. I just think that it's not really necessary. So we're just going to go ahead and sew it on up. Try not to stretch when you're sewing because these pieces are a little bit on the bias, so they are going to stretch a little bit. We're just trying to match them all up as we go. Nice 1/4 inch seam. We're just going to sew these rows up 2 at a time. That way it'll go together a little bit faster. So the small row will be on the bottom and the big row on the top. Alright, 1 row done. Yes. Hi Brenda, welcome back to the channel. It's so good to see you. She says, oops, late. Time got away. Prince Leo needed a bath. No worries. Not a problem. We had some issues in the beginning of the channel anyway, so we understand. Things got a little bit out of sequence a little bit there. Had some technical difficulties, then had some hair difficulties. It was a difficult start, but that's all right. We're glad you're here. Not a problem. We are just sewing up rows for our Tiffany project. This project went together super quick and easy. I bet it would be a nice weekend project for those of you who aren't on a YouTube stream and who aren't constantly chatting and being distracted by things. It would probably go together really, really quickly. All you need is a jelly roll. There's no additional fabric required. Sew it up into strip sets of 3 and strip sets of 2. Then cut those strip sets into the same size width pieces. And then you're going to take half of those, you're going to take a handful of those and cut them up in half again. So whatever size you want. And then sew the rows up together. Sew the pieces, cut them all up, then sew them all up in a random assortment together, and then sew the rows up together. That's how quick and easy this goes together. If you have a jelly roll in your stash that you're really just not sure what to do with, maybe you're having a hard time finding a coordinating fabric to go along with it, or you really like the jelly roll, and you don't want to necessarily break it up into smaller pieces, this is a great pattern for that. Quick and easy. Lots of long piece sewing involved as well. Really good beginner friendly quilt. Really good beginner friendly. right. Flying through it now. Dawn says she's hungry. Be right back. No problem, Dawn. We understand. It is a very colorful quilt. 100%. Yes, she mentions that it's a colorful quilt. It is. And that's kind of why I've had this jelly roll in my stash for a while. And I loved the fabric colors. I wasn't really sure how I was going to be able to utilize them in a quilt. I was having a hard time figuring out. And I figured with the amount of colors that were in it, I was going to have to do some type of a solid background fabric with it, whether it would be black or whether it be white or cream, or I'm not a big fan of doing quilts like that. The most of the time they turn out beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's just not my thing. It's not my preference. And so when I found this pattern, I thought I have the jelly roll that would be perfect for this, because I couldn't really figure out a coordinating fabric to go with it. So And if I'm being honest, I have a couple of jelly rolls in my stash that would probably work really well with this particular pattern. Who knows? We might see this pattern come back on the channel, because it does seem to go together pretty quickly. And it's just really a lot of straight stitch sewing. You know, you sewed up the strips together, you cut them up into smaller pieces, now we're sewing those pieces up together. It's going together really, really quick. Uh-oh. I think I ran out of bobbin thread, didn't I? Yeah, I did. My bobbin thread went out. I lost that bobbin thread race. Darn it. It's alright. Put this up here. Black. Yeah, I'll probably use black as the binding. I don't think I'm gonna put a border on it. I looked at it earlier today. It was 48 by 60, which is a decent size throw quilt, I think. Throw or lap quilt. So I don't think I'm going to put a border on it. I think I'm just going to... But I think I will... I do have some black 2.5-inch strips from a previous quote, so I do think I'm going to use black as the binding on it. But I don't know that I'm going to put a border around it. But yeah, definitely a solid fabric is going to be best for this with regards to a... Oh, jeez. I'm going to put this back on. For a border on this one because of the amount of movement and the brightness of the fabrics. Yeah, for sure. Alright, we are just sewing up the rows here 2 at a time. This one's going to go together really, really quickly. I know I keep saying that, but I I knew it was gonna go quickly. I guess I just didn't realize how quick, because I thought we were gonna have at least one more episode for this one, but I don't think we are. I think we're gonna finish it today. I was kind of expecting there to be one more episode with this one, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And that's okay, because we have plenty of projects coming up on the channel here. Plenty of stuff to do. I just purchased a bunch of new patterns from the new local quilt store I found that I'm really excited to start on those as well. And I've got a bunch of other stuff that was already kind of in the queue. So we are not for lack of projects, that is for certain. I've got one more row here to attach the small row to, and then we are ready to start on putting all the rows together. Brat46 says, I need to order some black material yardage for Halloween panel. Thinking of doing a 2-panel quilt. I have 5 panels and 2 charm packs to use. We're going to be doing a panel quilt starting in the end of September, Brat. It's called, the pattern is called Hillside Charm by Villa Rosa Designs. It is a panel quilt with a charm pack or fat quarters, depending on what you want to do with it, if that's something you're interested in. And you'll also need a yard of fabric for some framing. So if that's something that you're interested, I mean, obviously your idea would work really well, but we're going to be doing the Hillside Charm project coming up here soon. In fact, I had to order the yardage of fabric, the 1 yard of fabric for the framing. Mama Joyce is going to be working on that project with us. I don't think that she's going to be joining us on camera. She'll be joining us off camera, but she's going to be working on a Halloween one. And I'm going to be working on a not Halloween. It's not Halloween one. I'll show you guys that a little bit more when the project comes up on the channel. I'm looking at either the mid or end of September to start that one. And that one should also go together pretty quickly. The first episode will be prepping the fabrics, which will be, you know, ironing and cutting. But then after that, the project itself is going to go together pretty quickly. I'm not sure that Mama Joyce will have it ready by Halloween. It'll probably be close. She might have the top done. We won't have the whole thing done, though, by Halloween. Alright. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull these apart now because we're going to start adding these rows up together. There we go. let's go ahead and lay these out. Kerrigan, there is a... Welcome, Kerrigan. Thank you so much for joining us. I don't remember seeing your name pop in, but yes, there is a limit to how many thimbles you can bid on. If you do all, it'll give you the limit. I think Lucas, if Lucas is still on, he'll have to tell you what the limit was. I don't remember exactly what the limit was. Welcome to the channel. All right, now we're going to add this piece here to this short end. That will be our top row. Yeah, I mean, this, I am shocked at how quickly this is going together. And I know I keep saying that, and I apologize for repeating myself so much, but I'm just in shock at how fast this went together. So quick. It's weird. Why do I have so much left over? I have like a whole like ½ inch left over here, and I'm not quite sure I understand why. Seems odd, doesn't it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Odd. Really odd. Like, why is it so far off? Odd. Alright. Well, whatever. It's fine. We'll just keep going. But look at this, guys. This is what it's going to look like. So you can see the top row there was the big one, and then the middle one, and then the bottom one. Of course, these rows don't match up. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I'll figure that out later. But that's what it's going to look like. It's just a bunch of blocks to put together. Lots of fun. Alright, so now we got the big ones and the small ones. Let's go ahead and put these up together now. Attach a big one to a small one, just like this. And we're off. Just putting these rows together. We're going to go together really, really quickly. Yes, there's no seams to match up. Yeah, that's really great. I agree. I think that the blocks are supposed to kind of match up a little bit, but there's no seams to match up. Everything's just kind of going together really quickly. Lots of bright bold colors with this particular jelly roll that I've selected. You know, you can do this in any jelly roll you want, really. I mean, it doesn't have to be these bright bold colors. Could be anything. Gonna be pretty quick and fancy, quick and easy to put together. Grab this other one here. I used a rainbow thread on this just to kind of, because I have a rainbow thread that I needed to get rid of. So that's why I used rainbow thread. I bought a bunch of spools of it when I was working on my rainbow Bargello. The logo for the channel is a rainbow Bargello quilt that I made many years ago for my sister as a wedding gift because she loved rainbows, to her husband. And I bought a bunch of rainbow thread to work with on it. And I have some left over from that project, so I've been trying to find a way to use it up. My edges are not lining up very well, but that's alright. I can trim everything off when I'm done with it. Fern says she's got to run. She'll catch up with us next time. No problem, Fern. We understand. Today's stream is running a little bit late because we started a little bit late. Not a problem. You have a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here. And we're going to get this thing done today. We're 100%. I wasn't sure, but I am definitely sure now. It's going together today. Because we only have 2 rows left to put together, and then it's done. So, I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit of a take on a Jelly Roll Race. It's a little similar. Or a strip tube, strip one is a good one. A strip project is, as this is pretty much what it is. This out of the way. It's getting bigger. Oi. Getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Put this over here so I don't lose it. this is making a decent sized throw. It's definitely not big enough to cover a bed, but I think it would make a great throw blanket or like a lap quilt. I think it would make a decent one. This is one single jelly roll. No additional yardage is required. Unless, of course, you wanted to add a border. And then you could add a border with either additional jelly roll strips that you've got in your stash or some yardage if you prefer. Got all jammed up here. Got all jammed up. I thought about changing my needle before the channel started today, and I didn't, and now I'm kind of regretting that. I can feel it kind of grabbing a little bit on the fabric, so it's not as sharp as it could be. So I will probably change it after the stream is over. Don't be afraid to change your needle often. You know, the whole point of the sharper the needle, the more accurate the stitches are. And I know that needles can be kind of pricey, but it really makes a difference. Just like a nice clean rotary blade makes a big difference when you're cutting, a nice clean sharp needle will do the same. I buy my needles in bulk from Amazon. I buy them in like packages of 8 or 10, and then there's like 5 or 6 in each package. I buy them in bulk because I go through them a lot. You know, it's depending on how often you're sewing. They say you should change your needle with every project, but I work on multiple projects at a time, so it's difficult for me to gauge that. So I usually change my needle every 2 or 3 live streams. And I'm doing a lot of sewing in between those live streams as well, so it's not like that's the only thing I'm sewing on, but I usually will change them every 2 or 3 live streams. So about once a month. Some people may agree with that. Some people may think that's a bit excessive. You know, to each his own. Have I ever mitered corners on my borders? No, I've never done that on the borders. I've done it with my bindings before, but never the borders. No. I try not to make things difficult on myself. I try to make them as easy as I can. I also don't measure my borders. I will just take one piece and sew it in one long strip, and then I'll sew the top, and then I'll sew the bottom, and then I'll sew the sides together. I don't measure. I try to make things easy on myself. We are just about done here, folks. Final stitches. You ready for the big reveal? Here we go. Judy says she changes her needle every month. Probably a good habit to get into, Judy. That way, you know, if you set a special day of the month, and then that way you won't forget to do it. All right, folks, here we go. Here it is. Final reveal. Ta-da! Oh, it's a decent size throw. I mean, it's decent. Yeah, I mean, it could probably fit on a twin bed if you wanted it to. Ta-da! Look at that. Ta-da! I really like it. I like that there's a bunch of different random colors kind of everywhere. There's the bottom. Try and roll it up a little bit so you guys can see the bottom here. I like it. I think it turned out really nice. I love the fact that it's just kind of random, and you know, there's some pattern to it, obviously, but for the most part, it's just kind of scrappy. And some of my rows don't quite meet up exactly the way they're supposed to from top to bottom, but that's also okay. It's not, you're not really supposed to notice. It's kind of supposed to be like laying bricks on a house. You know, they don't always line up exactly the way they're supposed to, and that's okay. Okay, I like it. Ta-da! That is it, folks. We have finished another project on the channel. I can't believe that. 3 parts to this. So each live stream is about 2 hours long, so it took me a total of about 6 hours to do, but that's just me doing it. You know, I pause in between. I take at least half an hour to 45 minutes at the beginning of every stream to chat with you guys, hang out with you guys first. We stop and we have conversations. So this would probably make a really quick and easy weekend project for anybody out there that's interested. Anybody else could probably get it done so much faster than I did. But this is really cool. So I guess I'll have another one for the long arm now. I don't have any backing fabric for this one yet, so I will actually have to go to the quilt store to get some backing fabric for it. I have an idea of what I want to do with it. I think I've seen it before. So I'll just have to look, probably bring it with me. So that I can match it up, and then I'm gonna need to ask my long arm to trim around the edge here, because my edges don't really meet up very well. They're kind of gappy. See the gaps there? And that's just because the fabric was stretching as I was sewing it. Not a huge deal. She'll clean that up for me when she puts it, before she puts it on her thing. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. Nice and comfy. It looks really comfy, doesn't it? Like it looks like a nice snuggle blanket. It almost looks like a rag quilt, but not quite. I like the brickwork on it. Like the way it kind of looks bricky. I like it. What do you guys think? Do you think this would work out? Is this a pattern that you guys might utilize yourselves? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're watching this after the stream, obviously, if you're watching it you can let me know in chat. I am filled with threads again. I look like a unicorn threw up on me because of the threads everywhere. So, well, folks, that is it. We are actually going to end the stream a little bit early today. We were supposed to go till 1 o'clock, but yes, this is a Villa Rosa pattern. It is called Tiffany by Villa Rosa Designs. Super easy. It's a little postcard pattern. You can find it just about anywhere. I've seen it at my local quilt store. You can probably pick it up on Amazon, any of those things. I might have a link to it in the description box below. I can't remember if I actually put a link in there for it or not, but I know just about everybody's got it. So super quick, super easy. Honestly, you really don't even need the pattern. I mean, obviously I want to encourage everybody to purchase the pattern. I want to encourage people to purchase patterns for these pattern companies so they can make money too. But it really was super easy to do. Take a jelly roll, sew it in set strips of 3, and even amounts of set strips of 3 and set strips of 2. Then take those set strips and subcut them into the same size pieces, whatever size you want, same sizes. The smaller set, you're going to need to cut 7 or 8 of those in half, 4 of those in half to make 8 end pieces. And then you put those on the ends of the smaller ones. The 2 strip sets, you put those on the ends so that it offsets the rows. So these are the 3 strips, and then you have the 2 strips with these little pieces on the ends, and that offsets everything. And that's it. And then you just sew the rows together. Super quick and easy. Love the pattern. Really like the idea that I can use it, a single jelly roll, no yardage. I can just come in here and sew the whole thing up together. So Brenda says good grief on the typos. No worries. Denise says, I have it. I'll have to dig through my jelly rolls to make one. Yes. This is a really quick, really easy project to do. You can probably get it done in a weekend. Heck, you guys so much faster than I can. You could probably even do it even faster. Have you ever done any other Villa Rosa designs? Did it go together just as quickly? Jean, I've done quite a few Villa Rosa designs. In fact, we're working on... I've done quite a few. If you look through my other playlists, you can see there's a bunch of other ones in there. We're going to be starting on a new one called... I just said it. What's the name of it? Hillside Charm. That's the next one we'll be working on. That one will be starting in September. That will be taking the place of this one because now this one is done. So we're going to be setting up for that one. But yes, I've done quite a few Villa Rosa patterns. We did Yellow Brick Road was also a Villa Rosa pattern. If you guys haven't already checked that one out, I really enjoyed that one as well. Tower Bridge was also a Villa Rosa pattern that we did. So yeah, I've done quite a few Villa Rosa patterns. It just so happens that Cotton Cuts gives you a lot of, they give you free patterns sometimes with your purchases, and so a lot of those have been the Villa Rosa patterns. So that's why we've been doing so many of them. But they're quick and easy to do. They're usually just a strip set or really simple, easy designs to make. Definitely beginner friendly. So if you're new to quilting or new to sewing, this one probably would have been a great project for Lucas. We probably could have went a different route with him. He won a charm pack, so this was but we could probably go back and make this one. Hey Sean, hello, how are you? Stepping in there at the very last minute. Thanks so much for joining us and hopping in. But yes, I've done quite a few. They go together really well, Jean. Strongly recommend them, especially for beginners. Super quick and easy. They're really just weekend projects if you have all the especially in this case where all you needed was a jelly roll. Like there was really nothing to it. So welcome. Brenda says good grief. Well, all right, so what's coming up on the channel next? So Saturday, I told you guys about it already. Saturday, I will be joining Sean on his channel. Speaking of Sean, who just joined in our chat. I will be joining him on his channel on Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Central Time. Good grief, that's early. But I will be there, I promise. So we'll be hanging out. We'll be doing Clue 2 of our Wild West project. I have the clue over somewhere. I have it somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's right here. It's tucked away. I have the clue there. It's in one of these boxes, I think. That one over there is my Wild West. This one is my Tree of Life. So we'll be working on that. So make sure you head over to his channel. If you're not already a subscriber, do !Sean. That's SEAN in chat. Yes, I know, Sean. I'm looking forward to it too. I feel like it's been forever since we've hung out together, so I'm really excited about it. So make sure you check us out there. Sunday morning we'll be back doing our live stream. I think we're working on Resilient. Yes, we are working on Resilient next week. That's the one where we're in like part 5, part 6. The block is not difficult. It's mostly half square triangles. It's just it's very detailed. So we're going really slow with it. We're taking our time with it, making sure we're getting things done with it. We will have 2 new projects coming up on the channel. I told you already about Hillside Charm. And then there will be another one coming up on the channel soon. I don't have that one quite set up yet, so it'll probably be in October or November. Plus, I've got a couple of small little projects that you guys see over here that we're going to be popping in with on the channel. I also have a table runner for Halloween that I need to get started on. I'll probably do that one off camera just because I need to get that one done. So lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things happening on the channel. It's really exciting. I know there's been a lot of momentum so on the channel, a lot of new subscribers. So welcome to all of our new subscribers. Thank you, Agnes, for becoming our very first member of the channel. That's right, memberships are open if you guys are interested in joining. Check that out. There's 3 different levels there. I can tell you more about that at another time. Always, we have our merch if you're interested in getting one of these really cool coffee mugs or a t-shirt, a drawstring bag. I'm still working on a new logo so I can add some more merch out there. This one has too many colors in it, so I have to work on something a little different. So working on that. We also have our video project out there as well. Floral Tree of Life. Floral States of America. We are on, I think we're up to state number 6. I think we're up to state number 6. I'm going to have to check again. But that one will be coming out this week as well. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you know the next time we have another project coming up, another thing going live. Check out our Facebook group. We do a lot there as well. Instagram, I wish I could say I was better at Instagram than I am. I need to get better at it. It's something I'm working on. But we'll all get there. But that is it for today, folks. Thank you again so much for joining me. I really appreciate y'all being here with me, hanging out with me, having some fun time. Sorry again for the late start, but first Sunday of every month now through May. We'll be starting at 11 instead of at 10:30, but all the other time it's 10:30 a.m. Central Time. All right, guys, have a great one, and I will see you again soon. Have a safe holiday for those of you who are celebrating, and for those of you who have to work on Monday. I truly am sorry. I will be thinking about you while I sleep late. All right, guys, have a good one for now. Bye-bye. Take care.